So something you should be doing is something that you can put into place right after the episode ends and will help increase your fundraising. You'll get benefits. Some of the things in the meat of our episodes we talk about being long tail takes a while to get anything out of it or get it put up and implemented. Not the case with this. So mine this week, again, I didn't have homework to bring, but I would have, so I'm on a roll, is that your fundraising should be emotional, but not your fundraising strategy decisions.
Oh,
So your
I like
fundraising
that.
should be
That's
emotional,
good. Yeah.
but your fundraising strategy decisions shouldn't be. Starting a new initiative or strategy, you need to sit down when you decide, okay, we are going to do this or we do want to set this up. Everybody who is in the company or part of the team sit down and say, okay, how are we going to define this as a success? Mm-hmm. How are we going to know if it's a failure? Mm-hmm. And how are we going to know it's meh, but still worth doing? Mm-hmm. But doing that before you start, very important, not in the heat of it or after the fact. You know, if you're doing a test, you can do the same thing. Okay, we want to test this versus that. Think about, okay, what are we going to do with this knowledge if we have it? Okay.
How to react on it.
What do we, mm-hmm. Okay, it's great to know that, but then what? And if you know your goal before you start, it's going to save you wasted effort. It's going to get you focused on year over year doing the things that work. And if you work the other direction, something that may have been difficult or not fun, you might paint that emotionally as a failure, even though it did work. And so by putting clear benchmarks in place, you can say, okay, that fit the success metric, but that really sucked. So we ought to do this again, but how do we keep this going, but be more efficient this time? And not just say, well, that was hard to do. I don't even want to, there's no way that was a success because that everyone in the room hates that. We're not doing that again. Because we've all been there.
Oh, I'm working on a project just like that. I love the distinction of, if I understood right, and if I was paying attention, plan with logic and reason, that other part of your brain, and but use emotion in your persuasion, influence, fundraising. I like that. Yeah, that's
we talk
good.
about that a lot.
Yeah.
You need to use emotion in the work, not in deciding the work and planning the work.
Well, and so often how you feel about how it went or the one critique or complaint you got on that can outweigh all of the positives that came out of the piece. Oh, that's great. I like that a lot.
So it's yours.
Oh, okay. So,
and do you have a pithy? Because I kind of came up with a slogan. I might turn it into a hashtag.
I got yeah,
Okay.
I got a subject line. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you average?
Oh, that's quite a leading question.
Isn't that great? So I like a lot of people. I'm on some email lists, and I follow a guy named Josh Spector.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's an email and content guy, and I just find him interesting because he's doing different things than we are, but yet he's really sharp in the way things go and how he does it, and his strategies appear to be sound, and he's a good dude, and he's done some Hollywood stuff.
Yeah. He's a big builder of your thing.
Yeah. So Josh,
he can
when you
create
hear
content.
this, let us know.
Yeah. Come over to us. We'd love to work with you.
So subject: Are you average? ? And then in this email, all it says is, here's a cool way to find out. That is the entire email, except for a parenthetical where it comes from, and then his what you have to the footer for your email. Isn't that great?
Okay,
So here's
I haven't read this one. I'm really interested in what's going to be.
I'm not going to show you. So, what I want to say is that the do this, try this thing here is, while we've talked at various points about email and subject lines, pre-header text, all that stuff. Here's something that's really interesting. If you're doing a donor validation piece, so say you want to just let donors know the difference they made in a mass setting, and you've got some hot content and some good stuff, just send them something like, here you go, no charge on this copywriting. Did you make a difference? Did your gift make a difference?
Ooh.
Question mark. And then here's how to know. Here's how to find out. Whatever it is. Because I was like, where's the rest of this email? Your donors will be the same. That's it.
You're waiting for everything to load.
Yeah. So you click on it, and this takes you to an interesting site, which maybe another time. And if you're nice to me, I'll show you what it is, or you can find an email.
I just got to go into the email.
Yeah. Okay. So rather than worry about big images and long emails, and give them one sentence with a killer subject line. I bet your open rates will be higher and pop, because people will be like, well, yeah.
Because the goal in all of email is to get somebody's attention, stop their scroll through the inbox, get them to open it. And then once they're in the email, you want to get them to click or follow your funnel.
Yeah.
And that short and long are both a tool in your bag, but I haven't seen a short email that provocative and interesting
and
in a long time. That's really well done.
And it's on point, and it doesn't even take, I'll give you this hint. It doesn't even take you to a property it appears he owns. So this is just,
He truly saw this.
in New Orleans, they'd call it lanyap. This is the extra, little gift. This is a little something for you.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Not Your Father's Fundraising Podcast.